pie chart. So in this lesson, we're going to be learning about how to interpret a pie chart and fill in a frequency table that will go along with it. So let's have a look at this example. As I'm going through, please try to copy it down to the best of your ability and fill it out as I am explaining. So a group of rugby fans were asked who they supported. The pie chart and table show information about who they support. 48 fans were asked. So key information in that sentence is that there is a total of 48 fans that were asked. Okay, and we're shown here our pie chart with our angles. Now, Ireland, remember that little square in that corner means that this is 90 degrees. Okay, and we'll see that there is some missing information. Now, before going on to the table, I always have a look at the pie chart to see if there's any information missing. So if we do have a look at our pie chart, we have Scotland. The degree for the portion of Scotland on our pie chart is missing. So what you'd have to do is you'd have to do 360, because remember that our circle is equal to 360 degrees, and then we have to subtract our other four angles. So we have 120, we have 90, and then we have two lots of 45. So once we calculate this out on our calculator, we get 360 subtract 120, 90, 45, and then another lot 45, and we'll end up with an answer of 60. So we now know that Scotland is 60 degrees. Another way you can check it now, if you're correct, is just by adding up all of your angles. So doing 120 plus 60 plus 45 plus 45 and plus 90, and hopefully you should end up with a total of 360. Now, filling in our table here. So first and easiest thing is to fill in the total. So the total frequency is the total amount of people or things that we're analysing, and in this case it's fans. There's a total of 48. So down here we're going to write 48, and then angle, our total angle, remember a circle, total angle is 360 degrees. Now, what I'm going to do now is, now that we've found out all of our angles for our countries, in this instance, we're talking about country teams, I'm going to fill in the angles for each team. So for England, it's 120 degrees. For Scotland, it's 60 degrees. For Wales, it's 45 degrees. France, it's also 45 degrees. And then Ireland is 90 degrees. Okay, now we have to find out the frequency for each of our teams. So how many fans were supporting each one of these countries. Now, the way you're going to have to do that is find out what you divide 360 by to get to 48. So what do you divide it by to get to 48? And the way you're going to do that is you're going to do 360 divided by your total frequency. Okay, so it's 360 divided by 48, and when you do 360 divided by 48, you get an answer of 7.5. Okay, and now that means that 360, you can double check it, 360 divided by 7.5 gives you an answer of 48. Okay, so now that we've found out how we get from 360 to 48, all we have to do is the exact same thing to every other angle. So we have to divide our angle by 7.5 to find out the frequency for each one of our teams, of how many fans supported each individual team. So we're going to do 90 divided by 7.5, which gives us an answer of 12. We do 45 divided by 7.5, which gives us an answer of 6. Now, because Wales and France have the exact same angle, that means the answers are going to be exactly the same. So it's also going to be 6. And then for Scotland, we're going to be doing 60 degrees divided by 7.5, which gives us an answer of 8. And then finally, England, we'll do 120 divided by 7.5, which gives us an answer of 16. You could have gone from top to bottom. I start from the bottom up. It doesn't really matter. But what you do need to do, obviously, is first find what you need to divide 360 by to get to that total frequency. And by doing that, you do 360 divided by the total frequency, which in this instance is 48, which equals to 7.5. So all you have to do is divide all of your angles by 7.5 to get your frequency. If you were to go the other way around, if you were to go from frequency to angle, you just have to do the opposite of divide is multiply. So you multiply by 7.5. You could check that by doing 16 multiplied by 7.5, and it should give you 120. Let's have a look at another example. So the information in the pie chart shows sales of 120 ice creams sold from an ice cream van one Saturday afternoon in the summer. Calculate the number of each type sold. So again, copy out this example to the best of your ability and we'll go through it. So we're given our pie chart and it's told us that each section, banana is the flavouring, banana ice cream is 66 degrees, vanilla 39 degrees, strawberry 171 degrees, and finally chocolate is 84 degrees. So we have our table of our ice cream flavours, which is banana, vanilla, strawberry and chocolate. We know that there is a total of 120 ice creams sold because it's told us it's 120. And remember the total angle is 360 for our circle. And then all we've done now is fill in our angles that are given to us in our pie chart. Next thing we have to do is what do you have to divide 360 by to get to 120? Now remember what we did 360 divided by our total frequency, which is 120, and that gives us an answer of 3. Therefore, 360 divided by 3 will give us an answer of 120. And then that's all you have to do is divide our angles by 3 to find out your frequency. So 66 divided by 3 would give us 22. 39 divided by 3 would give us 13. 171 divided by 3 would give us 57. And 84 divided by 3 will give us 28. Okay, these sorts of questions, then what you could come up after could go, okay, what was the highest frequency? Without looking at the degrees, using just the frequency, which ice cream was the most popular? And you'd have a look here, which one's the highest number? It's 57, therefore it's strawberry. These are just different questions that can come up after you've filled in your frequency table. Another way that you can just make sure that you have got all of your frequencies correct is add your frequency. So 22 plus 13 plus 57 plus 28 should give you an answer of 120. And if it doesn't, it means that something has gone wrong up here. Okay. Now what I'd like to do is pause this video and have a go at these questions. Remember, first thing you have to do, in the first one it's already given it to you, which is filling in your angles. Okay, it's already filled it in for you. Next thing you have to do is find out what you have to divide 360 by to get to 90. So you do 360 divided by 90 and you're going to get an answer. And that answer is what you're going to divide all of your other angles by to find your frequency. And then filling the question 2, you have to fill it in yourself. But use the examples and the previous answer to try and help you. So pause this video and have a go at these questions. Okay, so the answer to the first question are South England is 36, North England was 24, London was 8, not too sure why that's mixed up, but London was 8 and Midlands was 22. And for the other one, we've got our flavours. Beef flavour was 10, cheese and onion was 40, salt and vinegar was 55 and plain was 15. Okay, now pause this video and have a go at these ones. So exactly the same, but filling in your table and finding out the rest of your answers. Okay, so the answers to the following are, we've got bronze is 11, gold is 3, silver is 4. And if we were to fill in our angles, bronze was 220, gold was 60, and silver was 80. And then on this side, we've got packed lunch was 150, cold snack 260, hot snack 290, and full meal 210. And filling in our angles for packed lunch was obviously 60 degrees, for cold snack 104 degrees, hot snack 116 degrees, and full meal would have been 84 degrees.